Taylor Swift's 4th of July is a song that speaks to both the patriotism of the United States and the reverence she carries for her home state of Tennessee. The song was released during the 4th of July of 2016 on her 6th studio album, Reputation. It features a soaring chorus and an infectious beat, both of which are staples of Swift's work. The lyrics reflect how Swift feels proud of her country, while at the same time recognizing the country's flaws. The song speaks of a family gathering during the holidays and the joys of being together. Swift paints an idyllic picture of the evening, filled with fireworks, barbecues, and backyard conversations. She talks about how the collective love can be enough to help them through the doubt. The lyrics also take on a spiritual undertone, speaking of how faith can give them strength and hope. Additionally, Swift speaks of how the warmth of the love she feels for her country is something that can never be taken away. The song paints a vivid picture of how patriotism and national pride still holds a deep place in her heart, despite all of her success throughout the years. It is evident that Swift is grateful for the country that she calls home and the freedoms that come with it. The song speaks of the unity that can be found during these holidays and how it can unite a nation despite all of their differences. Swift also speaks of the small moments of happiness that can be found in simple things such as looking up at the stars or watching the fireworks display on the 4th of July. The song speaks of how these simple activities can bring out the best in people, and that it is the love that people share with one another that can help them through any hard times. The song is a testament to the resilience and courage that Americans show in the face of adversity. Swift also speaks of how the holiday is a reminder of why they are all so fortunate to live in this great nation. She talks about how Americans come together to celebrate the independence of their nation and the promise of the future. The song speaks of how the hope for a better tomorrow is something that unites them all and how the joy of being together can make a difference. Swift talks about how the traditional elements of the 4th of July, such as fireworks and parades, are symbolic of the country's spirit and patriotism. The song speaks of how the patriotic holiday can be a time to reflect on the incredible freedoms that are offered in the United States. Additionally, Swift speaks of how the celebration of the holiday can bring out the best in people. The song speaks of how Americans can use the holiday to come together to be reminded of their strength in the face of adversity. Swift talks of how the holiday helps her remember the power of the United States and the pride she has for her country. The song speaks of how even though we are all from different backgrounds, everyone can come together on the 4th of July to be reminded of the many blessings we have. Swift also talks about how the holiday is a reminder to never take her home for granted.